So today is Easter Sunday, and I ended up getting this cute dress, and then just have a shawl to kind of, because I'm going to church. I don't want this ugly tattoo to show. I hate this tattoo. I got this when I was 16. I got this one with my sisters. We each have the same tattoo. It says, it's Edgar Allan Poe. It says, "Once upon a midnight dreary, while upon the bleak and weary," and it kind of relates to my life. And then it's a little raven right here. So, but other than that, today I'm thinking that I'm going to paint a female and incorporate like flowers or something around her. So come join me. Bye. So this painting kind of represents her heart, her desire to want to be loved, and she's wearing a wedding dress. And I felt that I needed to do this painting because something has been really bothering me lately for the longest time, and it's kind of like the advice that I hear from everyone, that everyone is giving me, and that everyone is giving each other. And it's not that people are meaning to give you bad advice, but they don't realize that the advice that they're giving is following a trend. It's basically a trend that is brainwashed. Like our society, our nation is completely brainwashed. So I'll read from my journal of what I wrote yesterday to kind of touch base on it so you understand what it is that I'm trying to get across and what I mean. Okay. We all have demons we're fighting. It's through love and support that we get through them. Forgiveness especially, because if you don't forgive, you'll never be able to truly love anyone. Especially that person, because you're still holding on to the unforgiveness. Once you forgive, you free yourself back up and open the door again to love fully. You let the wound heal instead of keeping it open to fester. You also have to forgive yourself and not pass judgments harshly upon yourself and others. When you pass judgments on others, it usually is an image or shadow of your own true self that you dislike. Yet you're portraying it upon a person because it's something in yourself that you might not like. It's easier to focus our judgments upon others because it lifts the truth and spotlight off of us. That's why we should never judge or think we're better than anyone, as it's just an illusion that we're fooling ourselves into believing. We must let go of that way of thinking to expand our minds and to love without prejudice. We must give others the same benefits that we ourselves would want in return. We only hinder ourselves more when we do not accept our responsibility in our judgments. We then are not accountable for the way we think, act, or feel. Another thing is we must live our lives the way we want to and stop letting others dictate how we should live our lives, who we should choose as mates. Otherwise, one day you'll wake up completely alone and life will have passed you by because you chose to listen instead of actually live. If I listened to what everyone told me, I'd be following a trend and not my heart, a trend of what society has brainwashed us into believing, that we can have any pick of the litter. When one fails, just move on to the next. The easiest answer for anybody to give when hearing a problem is to leave. Walk out, give up. This thinking is saying and teaching our society that when things get tough, run, get out, quit. Go to the next best thing, rinse and repeat. Or be a bachelor, it's awesome and liberating. We have truly lost our morals and traditions. We have become a lost society. We hear this easy answer in everything: leave, quit, date again, be single. Through the media, magazines, books, movies, parents, friends, therapists, co-workers. It's no wonder divorce rates and marriages are where they are. If more people saw this idea of thinking and how absurd it is, the more relationships and communities could strive upwards, as we would have that support when we feel like giving up. But now everyone just tells you to give up because it's what we're programmed to do. Back in the 1900s, it was unheard of to quit. Neighbors, friends, families had one another's back. Nowadays, it's one for each other. Feminism is high on the rise. Single moms bragging like it's something to be proud of. Men degrading women. Cheaters, players. This world is selfish thinking instead of selflessness. We're about segregation, separating ourselves off more and more. We want the fantasy, but not the reality. We see beauty, but we don't want what's underneath, skin deep, a real life person with struggles. We want the virtual reality of escapism in our phones, tablets, and video games. Because it's a place to hide behind the reality of our everyday lives that have taught us to escape, to not live and stay true to values. What legacy will we leave behind us? Is it all just fun and games? Can we gravitate the true meaning of life and why we're here in the first place? Can we put aside our differences, our judgments, and reflect on what we're doing to each other? What advice we're giving? What our society is becoming and how we take part in it? Are there no happy endings anymore? Is quit the advice we want to give our loved ones and teach our children? We have been taught to be cowards, because the braver thing to do is to love and stand by what you truly love despite anything else. To follow your dreams, your path, your freedom, your desires and happiness that comes with the reality of struggle and pain and baggage. We all come with a price. Can we choose this reality, or will we continue to fool ourselves into living in a fantasy world with fantasy people? If you cannot feel, touch, taste, smell, hear, and see, then it isn't real. Real is in this moment now, not the past nor the future. Will you take part in it, or will you run like everyone else? I want to live, not die. I want to be a part of the solution and not the problem.